restore my Estus flasks. Excuse me if I stutter or slur today. I'm already a little bit buzzed because I decided to relax on my wonderful Sunday afternoon with with a White Russian with my own particular flavoring. It's not really a White Russian. There's no Russian alcohol in it, so I'm not sure what you would call it. If you wanted to come up with a name for this drink, by all means, please send me some comments or whatever in the YouTube or in the YouTube. Or leave a comment on Dagon Dogs where the video is hosted, because I would be curious to see what people come up with for my my recipe, which is Kahlua is the main thing. Gotta have Kahlua. If you don't have Kahlua, then Bailey's I guess works, but Kahlua is the most important flavor in it. And then I kind of just throw whatever other alcohol I have. I prefer having actually a little bit of a cinnamon flavor, or maybe even a coffee type of flavor. So I typically use Fireball whiskey. It's cheap. It's not the best whiskey in the world. If you're a whiskey connoisseur slash whiskey snob, you probably cringe and vomit at the very thought of using Fireball whiskey, but I like it. I don't care. So it's mostly Fireball and Kahlua, and then if I feel like throwing just an extra little bit of something else in there to spice it up, and then milk, and that's my White Russian. So if you want to come up with something that's like vomit breath or whatever, I don't care. Let me know what you think. Anyways, let's talk to this chick.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side. Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
I have 7,000 souls? I don't think I ever got that many. Anyways, now that we're here, let's check out what these stats do. I've already kind of looked them over, and I like what I see in terms of what the developers have done. Explanation. Yeah, that's my level. It's from Quartles. So Vigor is the HP stat, and then adds a resistance to Frost, a new status effect sort of thing that they haven't had in any of the previous games. So we'll see what that happens to do. I've seen it in action a little bit, but I still have never seen what Frostbitten does. It's probably something similar to how Curse worked in the previous game, where you would kind of be stuck frozen in a place or something like that, and probably susceptible to dying immediately. We'll see. So Vigor is for health. Attunement is your FP, which I guess is the blue stamina bar, or not stamina, the blue bar that would be normally your magic and stuff. So it gives players who are playing as a physical type, like my character is, to actually improve this stat for a change. So point number 1 for improvements from stats from Dark Souls 1 anyways. Endurance governs stamina, also governs resistance to lightning and bleeding. Resistance is always good. Makes sense. Before, endurance used to be your equipment load as well as your stamina. It was basically the most important stat you could increase in Dark Souls 1. Like, you could improve strength and dexterity in addition to endurance, because it really didn't matter if you couldn't wield the most powerful weapons. So long as you just had enough stamina to hit and then roll around, you could most likely win. Especially if you were good enough at rolling, you'd never get hit, so you didn't even need health. It's mostly endurance that you wanted more than anything else. Let's see, vitality. Attribute governing physical defense. Those also affected by other attributes. Also governs maximum equip load and poison resistance. So there you go. Equip load. They've broken it up, so now endurance is not quite as useful as it once was. Vitality is this new stat they've added to. Seems like it's also a good defensive stat, so that's good. Strength. Wields powerful weapons. Fire resistance as well, that's good. Dexterity, much like it has always been, improves your attack strength for special weapons. Reduces spellcasting time and reduces damage taken when falling. That's been a thing since Dark Souls, or Demon Souls rather. Intelligence, of course, is all about your magic damage for pyromancy and sorceries. Faith is the same for miracles and pyromancy. And then luck, they brought back governing item discovery, ups bleeding and poison capabilities, and resistance to curses. Good stuff. So, with that in mind, I want more stamina for my character. Let's get our strength. Yeah, there we go. Get even 15 across these 3 stats. I think that'll be good. My health is in an okay situation. I was able to take like 3 hits from the first boss without dying, so I think it's a pretty good state to be in for this first level, and I just want more endurance. I want to get these to a level so that I'm not unable to wield any weapons. We won't notice anything right away. Pretty much the next time I have enough souls, I'm going to level the hell out of strength and just start doing a lot of damage. Let's do this.
Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels. Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
So I have not seen too far into this game, but with this particular character, it leads me to believe that Dark Souls is just one big story that leads into Demon Souls. This is just a theory going on in my head at the moment, but with the way the Firelink Shrine has kind of been erected and changed around over time, and how there's kind of a more spiral-like staircase, and with this particular woman being here with her design and the crown that she wears across her face, as well as the things that she utters as she levels you up, that's all very Demon Souls-ish. So this may just be a giant prequel to that game. We'll find out over time. But let's go ahead and embed the coiled sword. I should have read the description for you guys if you're interested in this stuff. But basically it was just saying that, by pulling it out of that first boss, I have proven myself to be the Ashen One, destined for great things. Much like the protagonist from every Souls game so far has proven themselves to be badass mofos. So while we're here in the Firelink Shrine, let's go ahead and read these. I didn't actually read these yet, so. These are all thrones of the Lords of Cinder who have not returned to rekindle the bonfires. Yoram the Giant of the Profane Capital is supposed to sit here. Watchers of the Abyss, alright. Holy King Lothric, last hope of his line. And I don't remember if that's the name of the king from... It shouldn't be. Maybe it's the name of the king from Dark Souls 2, but I don't think it is. They didn't mention him in the opening cinematic. Luleth the Exiled. I think that's the slime monster. And then there's this one. Oh no, this is the slime monster. What's this guy? I have to run down and run back. Luleth the Exiled. What's his name? Let's see. Saint Aldrich of the Deep. That's the slime ball. What's up, Ludleth?
All that unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus. Now, do not be away over long.
I love that word, colossus. It's got a good ring to it. Let's go talk to this guy, the forlorn soldier, Chris.
Another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think?
The Crestfallen Warrior, a staple of the Souls series, always one of them.
What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the lords of Cinder, and we're talking true legends.
That guy.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no?
See what you got, lady. So here's that heal aid miracle that the one with the spear has. So obviously you can get it pretty immediately, and then you can also buy yourself a talisman to be able to cast it. So not the hugest benefit, but if you like having a spear right off the bat, that's something too. Although it looks like you can get a halberd pretty quickly as well. So the White Sign Soapstone. Online play item, create a co-op summon sign, be summoned to another world as a phantom through your sign, and defeat the area boss to gain the strength of flame. Nature of Lothric is murky, unclear. The White Sign Soapstone allows Unkittled to assist one another. Let's pick it up. I always like helping people out in their experiences, and I enjoy playing online with people. I won't be summoning anybody
Ashen
this
One.
game.
Be sure to bring more souls. How may I? Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
Alright.
Ashen One.
Yeah. So I won't be summoning anybody in this game because I always like to beat these games on my own without assistance first. Unless we are completely screwed, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust? A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such is my purpose. Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large. but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would.
Oh, Andre, how have you survived for 10,000 years? You don't have any weapons to buy, and I can't do that yet, so well, let's do this. So this is the new mechanic of Dark Souls 3, where now your MP is back with the blue meter, and you can use the Estus Flask to replenish that.
Pretty be careful.
Yeah. In Demon Souls, the bars at the top were the same sort of configuration and color, so it's kind of harkening back to that, which further leads into my Demon Souls theory that the game is slowly becoming Demon Souls again. But now, as opposed to before, your Estus Flask in the previous Dark Souls games only healed you. It didn't do anything else in those regards. And spells were cast as almost an item. It was kind of a number of uses that you had per chance between bonfires. So now they've changed that around. They've given you back the magic meter bar thing, and they've given you an item to replenish that. Rest here, get our extra Estus Flask. And let's go out. Let me go this way because I didn't drop down. So a little bit of background on my interest in this game leading up to its release. After Dark Souls 2 was kind of a disappointment, and I paid full price for that game and felt that I shouldn't have when it came out, considering how kind of disappointed I was. I kind of thought, well, when Dark Souls 3 rolls around, I may just skip it altogether. So I wasn't really looking at this game. It was kind of off my radar for a long time, and then then finally I'm like, well, since I haven't been paying attention to it that much, let's go ahead and just watch a stream on it. So I watched the Giant Bomb guys play it to a certain point. If you heard me groan, it's because this guy is a bastard. One of the early level tough guys who has a powerful low level weapon, the Uchi Katana of the game, trying to bait him into attacking and using up all of his stamina. Ah, shit. Oh, man. This is definitely a thinking man's fight with this sort of strategy. I also don't like it when he's like that, because then he doesn't attack anymore. He just parries all of my moves. Oh, okay, so that kind of breaks his guard a little bit. Okay, so I don't think he has any more of that special meter. Ah! Whoa, whoa. Haha. Fuck you, buddy. So when he sheathes his sword, if he doesn't have any more of that special meter, I think, he doesn't actually attack with it. Shit. Ooh. He was gonna try and parry me there. Ah, run! Ah, damn it. Shit. I was trying to keep that ember as long as I could. And this guy's always the first one to take it away from me. Not even out of the Firelink Shrine's first area. Oh well. So, the mechanic with this, kind of harkening back to Demon Souls again, is when you're when you have that ember relit and you're more unkindled, you have an increase in health. Your stats go up a little bit, kind of giving you a reason to basically go online in a game that's always online because, hey, there are bloodstains everywhere of people dying. I'm not sure what's up with that fog door sort of thing that's going on. I'm assuming it just has something to do with trying to secure the load times, but let's give this guy another shot. I don't need anything that he has. I like this sword plenty, but, you know, that Uchi Katana is pretty nice. Yeah, I think that's a thing with him. I need to learn not to press the attack button so much. In previous Dark Souls games, you could kind of tap the crap out of it, but there'd be like a certain point when it would stop caching your attacks. And I think in Dark Souls 3, it holds on to that attack cache for a lot longer than it ever did before. Yeah. In previous ones, you could kind of tap it like 4 times, and based on how like, close you were, and how many times you actually attacked, I think it would basically cut it in half, more or less. Yeah. I need to attack at a total of 3 at a time. Whoop. Or less. This guy is a jerk. Yeah, he's out of that meter now. He's just waiting for me to attack him. And he's in that shit. Come on. Now, I'm not going to attack you while you're doing that, because I know what you're going to do. Come on. Ooh, not out of it. Oh, that close. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. So that weapon in particular is the one that I've found so far that you can parry attacks at a speed that's more in line with what Dark Souls 1's kind of parry animations were. Huh. So, as this thing's recording, I'm noticing that the frame rate counter for what it's recording at is probably not so great, which is a bit of a bummer. I was hoping that would be better than what it is. Because what I'm playing at is at about 30 to 40, but what it's recording at is more around 20 to 28, so that's not great. We'll see if I keep doing this at this speed, or if I get myself a new video card, so then we can improve the quality of recording with this stuff, because I would really like to make this kind of an inaugural sort of experience overall, and kind of play this game and record it at the same time for the first time, and record all those new moments. But thankfully, I mean, we haven't gotten very far in and been able to notice these issues right away, so we'll see how this goes. If the editing that I see turns out to be not so good, then I may just hold off until I get a better video card, so then I can record this at a better frame rate, because that's a bit of a bummer. Nobody really wants to watch a low frame rate video. Whoa. See that timing, guys. This is high level play here against an NPC. Obviously. I'm making all these shitty mistakes. Come on. Come on, you asshole. So that seems like a possibly good idea. Just break his guard with that attack and then back up. Woohoo! Fuck you. Come on. I have found a liking for this new mechanic where they give you the special like ability for the weapon, depending on like what you're using at the time. Man, this guy is surprisingly more aggressive than before. Yeah, fuck you. I'm surprised at how useful that special ability was against him. Alright, got the Uchi Katana, got some souls. Out of the way. Let's go upgrade our shit. I think the Uchi Katana is... Oof. Man, really starting to see the jitters now. I might be able to just fiddle with the DX Tori settings to see if I can improve that. Maybe have the processor take some of the brunt of the force on it, but, you know. Not looking good. I may have to upgrade my stuff, because I'm not using, like, my video card's fine. It's not good. It's not modern, but it's fine. I can play this game on my own without recording it, and there won't be any problems.
Produce the mark to Lothric.
Yeah. I know where to go, lady.
Very well, then take...
Yes, I'd like to touch the darkness within you through no means other than the game's mechanics.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flame...
Thank you. Now that I've accomplished that guy... Oh, there's the frame rate dip just doing that, huh? Alright, let's do one last thing, and then maybe we'll cut this recording here. We'll see how this turns out.